I was listening to the radio earlier in the day, and the host was talking about character. Mm. She said, your reputation is what you think people think about you, while it's your character is what God says about you. While listening to the radio, I was falling asleep a bit, but she said that I woke up immediately. I was like, and it reminded me of Joseph. He lived as a character. He lived the way God spoke of him, not the way people perceived him in terms of reputation. Because in terms of reputation, he was hated by his brothers. He had 10 brothers. For all 10 of them to brothers, family, to not like you, obviously one would think he is definitely the problem. And then being sent to prison on the false accusation of attempted rape. Obviously that taints your reputation. and and because of that, eh, he could have easily been overlooked by Pharaoh because I don't know if I was Pharaoh and the cupbearer was telling me that you know what, what that time I was in prison. There's a guy I met who interpreted my dream. He can probably interpret your dream as well. I'll be like, in prison. You met him in prison. What? The first thing that comes to mind would be, what did he do? Why was he in prison? And based on that, I wouldn't trust him. Like, it's but anyways, because of his character, because his character, I feel bad for laughing because his character outshined his reputation. Right, the people who met him uh saw his character, and that tainted his reputation. But God is not blind, right? He sees, he hears. So anyways, it got me thinking, in movies, in TV shows, things like that, those actors are playing characters. It's not necessarily how they are in person. Whilst with us, we are walking around in the world saying, I'm this, I'm that. Who's to say that's wrong? Like, that's wrong. Like, how you perceive yourself, the identity that you give yourself is actually wrong. That's not the identity that God has given you. So you're out here saying, I'm living my truth, I am 100% authentically me. Or at least you're not. You're not, because 100% authentically you is who God says you are. So we should take time to define ourselves, define our identity. Like, this is who I think I am. I think I'm a nice person. I think I'm a kind person. I think I can be a little bit mean. And then take that information to the Lord and see what He says. And see what He says about you. Yeah. Yes, being a Christian, being a follower of Christ should be easy because it is easy. He took the burden, right? He He took the punishment. He suffered, so we don't have to. Marayo, Aisha, the brain complicates it. Yo. No, the brain makes it so complex. While it doesn't have to be. Why, Vele? Like, why does our brain do that? Think about shame, né? When you sin against God and you feel guilt, and then you feel shame, and then ask for forgiveness, but still continue to feel guilt and shame. It's because I think we just sometimes view God in our human lenses, not in our spiritual lenses, that He's God. Like, you're like, oh, I lied when I said I wouldn't lie anymore. And it's like, you're not the first liar, that God has seen. You're not the last. It's like, not to think small of our iniquities and our transgressions and our sin. But God is magnanimous. And sometimes when you hold on to that guilt and shame, you minimize God. You make him small when he's not. But anyways, yeah. Like character. Like, ooh. Ne? Like your character is not a pretense. Your character should be the foundation of your identity. And obvious, the best character to have is that of Christ. But anyways, this is something to think about. I'm going to continue thinking about it, and you should think about it as well. I'd like to hear your views in the comment section. Okay, bye.